We will cover the co-main event. It was Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian Machado Garry. Shout out to Gansk. I don't know if you saw the picture that he posted, but he himself was wearing the Shavkat Rakhmonov hat at home.
Nice.
It was phenomenal. Great picture, by the way, Ganskow. But yes, fun fight, huh? I was very interested in this one going in.
Yeah, very interesting matchup. This was supposed to be Shavkat versus Bilal Muhammad for the belt. Bilal got the bone infection, so he can't make it. Ian Machado Garry was supposed to be fighting Joaquin Buckley next weekend. They pull him from that to take on Shavkat. Massive props to Ian Machado Garry for taking that fight because that is crazy.
100%.
Also, a very different matchup than Buckley, right?
Yeah.
Completely different matchup and way higher stakes. If he wins this, he gets a title shot. They're sparring partners from the past, all this stuff. Look, I really like this fight. It's not one that I'll probably go back and rewatch
It
just
was a fun
because
chess match, though.
the first couple rounds, not a lot going on. A lot of clinch heavy stuff. Great takedown defense from Ian Machado Garry.
Showed it
Not
off that
really,
first round.
yeah, and no real like takedown entries from Shavkat. A lot of like clinching, entering the clinch and
Mm.
trying to get trips and things like that. No real like level changes. Um, and then like a big shot, big punch to kind of close the round a little bit. Uh, they were talking about how, yeah, I don't know how you score the first round. It's like he had 3 minutes of control on the cage. What
Yeah.
are they talking about? They're like, but you got
No.
to do something with it. Well, not if there's nothing else. And he had the
No.
big right hand, right?
Eventually, on the scorecard, you have to go to control, octagon
Yeah, if
control,
there's
right?
nothing else,
And there's
that
nothing else.
exactly.
Like, it's
Yeah,
literally in the rule books.
literally written out. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, just a great job. I thought Ian Garry won. Was it the third round? Yeah, I thought he won the third round in a close round, but I thought he took it. Um, and then the fourth round was a heavy Shavkat round, and I was like,
Mm.
okay, this is because if you lose the first two in like a you're not taking much damage, even though he's getting blasted every once in a while. But he wasn't like rocked or anything like that, you know?
No.
You're like, okay, you win the third round, you can start changing the tide here and just win 3, 4, and 5. You could steal this fight. But then he got pretty much shut down in the fourth round, and I was like, oh no, he definitely needs a finish here.
Yeah.
And boy, did he know it! I got to give massive props to Ian Garry in this one, dude. That fifth round was look. This is why I love this fight so much is because of Ian Garry in the fifth round.
Yeah.
Because up until then, it was almost like all table setting for the fifth round, and then Ian Garry comes out and fucking goes hard.
Did it go into the 5th round tied on the scorecards?
No, I thought Shavkat won 1, 2, and 4, and then Ian Garry
Okay.
won round 3. I think all 3
Because
judges had it that way
all 3
too.
judges gave it to Rakhmonov by
Mhm.
1 round, right? 48-47?
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 48-47. So if we think that Rakhmonov won the 5th round, or did you say that you thought he won the 5th round or the
4th,
4th round? 4th round, that's
4th.
what it was, okay. Yeah, but, dude, to your point, a lot of props to Ian Machado Garry. He even said in the post-fight press conference where he's like, "Look, man, everybody was pinning this guy as the boogeyman. Nobody wanted to fight him.
Mhm.
I took the fight, 3 weeks notice, different type of opponent." And he said, "And I made him look human."
Yeah, and just to so we're clarified, on all 3 judges' scorecards, Shavkat had rounds 1, 2, and 4.
Okay.
Ian Garry only had 3, so Ian needed a finish in that 5th round. And he
So
went
he
out
got
there and
3 and 5?
he got 3 and 5. Yeah, and he went out there and he took his back. I thought he had the choke, dude. I
It
thought
was
he had the
close.
choke.
It was
It was
close.
it was really close. I think Shavkat is just actually unfinishable. I don't think you can finish him because Jeff Neal cracked him hard with some good shots. Nothing happened. Ian Garry had the choke, and then Shavkat ends up getting out of it and reversing it. Ends up on finishes the fight on top. I mean,
Have you seen him in that much trouble before?
no, with Ian Garry on his back, that's definitely the most trouble he's ever been in.
Right? No, I was trying
Jeff
to
Neal
think
cracked
back,
him a few times, but
but
it
wasn't
didn't really ever
wobbled,
seem.
didn't yeah.
No.
So again, super impressive. Th And I know that you're worried about Rachmanov taking you down, right? You could tell
Mhm.
that Ian Machado Garry put a lot of work into his takedown defense. He was ready for that. I think that he was also so focused on not being taken down that it also stifled some of his offense.
Yeah.
A lot of his strikes were single shots. Very little combinations were thrown.
Mhm.
So I think that if he would have just let it go a lot more, we saw in the 5th round.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
He
but
could
that's what
have.
you wanna see out of a guy, an undefeated fighter on the come up. When he needs a finish, does he go for it, or do they get broken by, "Oh, man, I'm about to lose this decision. Even if I win this round, I lose this decision," and get
Yep.
shut down kinda. Instead, he went for it, and I gotta give him massive props for that. Also hilarious that his ass came out of the shorts and they had to swap his shorts mid-fight. Super f I mean,
Yeah,
of
that's
of
right.
course that happened to Ian
Like
Garry.
after the 3rd, right?
Yeah, of all fighters for that to happen to, of course, it's Ian Garry, dude.
And post-fight press conference, great attitude the
Yeah,
entire time. Didn't seem defeated, or anything
humble
like
Ian
that.
is good.
Yes.
We don't need him to try to be Connor. Just
No.
be yourself, be a normal guy.
It
The
was
fighting speaks
refreshing.
for itself.
Post-fight press
Yeah,
conference was very refreshing to see. All right.
definitely.
Anything else on the co-main?
Yes, I am now changing my prediction for when this fight happens. I do think Bilal beats Shavkat. I know styles make fights, and it's very different, but I think Bilal takes him.
After watching that last one, huh?
Yeah.
Again, Ian Garry made him look human.
I just
Yeah.
think yeah, yeah. I like Bilal's chances in that fight.
Have you seen that? You know how they do emails where like, hey, if you don't forward this to anybody, it's like 10 years bad luck or whatever. Have you seen the new one going around?
No.
No? Where it says you've been belulled. If you don't send this to another 10 people, you're gonna be bored for the rest of your life. You haven't seen that?
Oh, damn, I like Bilal fights.
Dude, it was hilarious when I saw that. I was like, "Oh, that's funny." Then I sent
That
it
is
to 10
funny, though.
people.
Dude, the
Uh,
security they wouldn't even let him in the cage because the security didn't know who he was.
so funny. Joe
Champion,
Rogan's
dude.
like, "They don't know who the champion is."
Yeah. Dude, how about
So
there
funny.
he when they're doing the face off, Joe interviews Bilal, and then he's like "Oh, yeah, what do you think?" And he's like, "You guys are all you're booing now, but there's gonna be tears later." And then they're like, "Oh, hi." And then he just moves the camera over to Shavkat, expecting Shavkat, like, what do you want him to say to that? It's not like didn't ask him any questions, just puts the mic in front of him. And Shavkat's like, what? So
So
funny,
funny.
dude.
Hey everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.